time when you make it sunshine, 'cause you had a bad day.
So you had something to say?
I'm really bored now, so I might serious RP. Nah, I was just bored, so I wanted to see if I should serious RP. But I was going to change that into game rock paper beforehand. But I don't know anymore. I'm really I'm in the mixer because I want to play serious, but I get real bored real fast. So I turn this.
Going into restricted areas is what's going to get you arrested, killed, and not asking for PTE. It's all behaviour that's not acceptable.
But you see, I had on a song though, and you heard that song. I know you heard that song. No. You might want to TP me back in about 2 seconds, and then we can have a nice. Oh mate, here you go. I just had a look at the radio. Apparently on Radio 10. No, this is the bad thing with me. I've ADHD, but for like nerds. Yeah, I'll sit in the chair. It's very much like I have ADHD, but for nerds. It all started about 9 months ago when I first started playing gateway gaming. I was a bit of a minge to start off with, and my worst spread is the name of Shiny Joe. Engineer Shiny Joe. My first role was an engineer, and within my first day, I got engineer banned pretty much because I made a drift car and I drifted it around in the training room before you guys got the new map. So I got pretty much kicked out of that because Stooge walked in, and I had pretty much the entire server alt-Ian on me. So I'm not gonna lie, that was actually pretty cool. Everyone loved it. But then I used to troll them with EOD because I was really upset that I lost my engineer, and I made a lot of cool dupes, but they're kind of gone because my PC blew up. Engineer was where it was at because I could build stuff when I got bored, real good barricades and all that. But now that I'm a shiny, then my story goes to, I started serious RPing because I felt like, everyone knows me as a minge, I want to turn that name around. So then I went to 501st as a private, became a specialist, and I started getting arc trained to become fives. And I became fives, the third generation, when fours, creams was still a Cat and Rex. I took a break for a bit, like a month, went to overseas to Europe, and I came back and it was given to some other guy, which I wasn't too fussed about, to be honest. I kind of went back in my minging state. See, now what really gets me in a knot is the fact that I feel like, as I was saying, I feel like I've got ADHD, but for nerds, if I start getting bored, I just go out of my way to just, try and make the experience a little bit fun of itself.
There's better ways to do it.
Kind of minging around,
If you're going to minge around, you're just going to get yourself.
No, it's just no one's expressed them. But I haven't yet to find other ways to stick about it. Offered any assistance with this.
Well,
they all just look at me and go, oh, another minge.
Instead of running into people's training, maybe you should just be asking, hey, can I join in on the training? Because running into the training, you're going to get yourself executed.
Well, either way, I should be given a warning with that aspect. Even the CG do it. Every CG has to give one legitimate reason and warning for why the person should, before either A, killing them, or 2, going into an A29 if the person is doesn't go in for the what's the word? Resist the arrest, and then you have the third case and you just arrest them. Either way, 3 of them have been given. All 3 of them lead to an arrest or a kill. Via after a warning is given. See now, yes, I did read the sign, and I'm not saying that it was bad but some noob that just joined the server could have just ran in there, done a 360, thought, dude, this map looks really nice, I'm going to go check it out. looking at the floor, you know, trying to get his bops on point, walks in, has a nice look around, and gets like 360 no-scoped by some guy in there with the wolf pack. See, now, yes, I understand that what I did was incorrect.
You were going in there...
Nah, see, now that is correct.
The correct way.
I climbed swept up on wall and got shot, so I dropped down while I was getting shot. And what happened was he didn't even let me. He didn't even tell me to get out. He kind of just shot me and then killed me.
Well, it does. You've done multiple things. You've been going into shock area when you're not permitted to. You've gone into training when you're not permitted to. You've gone into storage room when you're not permitted to. It doesn't work in your favour. You need to, if you want to try and turn your mingy behaviour around, you're going to have to actually stop doing that stuff and actually do the proper procedure. Then you might be allowed in there. If someone's using a room, it doesn't mean you can just run in there and have a look around. You need to ask first.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I do get where you're coming from, but if I go into serious RP, no one likes me because I get too serious.
Mate, there's some regiments like 612 who are pretty much serious role-playing regiments all the time. Like, you look at Gunny and myself, we do some heavy RP most of the time.
Yeah, well, I joined, what do you call it, the shock troopers, and they practically, like, this is back when I first started, they kicked me out because I was too harsh on everyone. They legit came up to me and was like, sorry Joe mate, you're too harsh on everyone, gonna have to kick you out, and I was like, wow.
Yeah, there has to be a balance with shock.
Like, this is when they got picked on and got called like Nazis 24/7 back in the day.
Yeah, I remember back then.
Nah. Well, you know what, I'll do you a solid. I'm actually going to go try then. You know what, I'm actually going to go serious RP, just for you, Dad. Although I've got a big error sign stuck in my face, so I don't know what that's about.
Probably missing a little bit of content.
Nah, mate. Wait, where's all the stuff that I actually have? How do I know if I've got it? Oh, there it is. That's the error sign. Right, there you go.
What? Don't know.
Sure. Wait, so what's the rules advisors, by the way?
The what, sorry?
And what's the rules advisors?
One visor. Especially if you're going to be...
I'm not going to bother putting it on.
Well, if you're going to be more serious with your role playing as well, you'd only wear point shops that your character would actually use. So like you with your weaponry you got on right now, it's not part of your job, so you wouldn't have it on. Like with me, I would only have my jewellies and rifle, and that's it, and med packs. That's the only stuff I use. I wouldn't be seen wearing a bow vest, a rocket launcher, that sort of stuff.
Can I keep my pistols though? The pistols make me look better. You know what? Watch and learn.
So these pistols are the ones you would technically have, so the ones I've got.
Wait, hold on, let me get nice and close. Oh, the black one.
Yeah, that's the sort of pistols a normal trooper would have. The other ones are Republic Commandos, pretty much.
This is retarded. Why